I'm headed to the office. I'm going to Manhattan today to do some meetings and everything. Today's a lot colder than I thought. It's 50 degrees. Looking to get more sweaters, but I'm also just gonna wear the scarf because it's super cold. But long trench coat, skinny jeans, black top, and then I'm gonna have my white sneakers too. So I usually work from home, but the days I go into the office, I wear almost all black since it fits more of the New York corporate vibe. And I am also making my favorite coffee, which is an oat milk honey latte, before I head into the city. Can I have one oat milk latte, please? Sure. Thank you. So now I like to work at my company's cafe area and getting started on some design work. As a UX designer, there's different types of projects you could do, but this time I'm more focused on a redesign for one of our existing websites. It's not a traditional project you'd show in a case study, but all the process steps are the same and you can show the impact at the end. For example, till now, I've looked at competitors to see what they're doing for inspiration, an internal website audit to see any pain points or things that are lacking within it, looked at secondary research, say from Nielsen Norman or Baymard, conducted primary interviews with users, and also affinity mapped within FigJam to gain any insights from my primary interviews. Now I'm taking all those learnings and coming up with a few initial wireframes in Figma to reimagine what our site would look like based on that information. And it's at this stage where these mockups are definitely not meant to look perfect, but to start ideating visually how we'd want to structure our site. So now during my check-in with my manager, I pretty much share whatever I have going on. I don't really prepare anything formally, except just updating her on what stage I am with my project. It would include screen sharing and walking her through my Figma file and any next steps that I'm thinking. Something I learned is that I don't need to formally present anything if I do a check-in, which I used to think I had to do. So now I approach it more as a touch base and in my workflow because you never know what you don't know. Now, after I meet with my manager, I do have a side running Google Doc of discussion notes just to help me process and not forget what we talked about. I decided to switch locations again, but here I'm finishing up the day implementing my manager's feedback into my Figma file. And at least with something, for example, a redesign, there's so many different ways to go about it, it can be a pretty ambiguous problem. You could do something, say, doing minimal changes or something more robust, and I was struggling with a direction that's best. So the solution for that here so far is to make mockups with both directions, with pros and cons to each, and prepare those options to show my stakeholder to get their initial reactions. The final direction we go in can also be based on how fast they like this redesign, but at least we'll have options for either situation moving forward. Now, I have plans for drinks after work, but since I had some time to kill, I decided to stop by my college Parsons to finish up any work. For those wondering, although I did go to a design school, I didn't actually major or take any classes in UX design at Parsons, and there's no official bachelor's majors for it. So instead, I got to learn UX design from a 9-month bootcamp called Springboard, and that actually helped me create my portfolio and learn the methods which I shared earlier in this video. It's been helpful for me in my transition to learn UX, so if you want to try this bootcamp for yourself, feel free to use my code SHARONKIM to get $1,000 off your tuition. And now for drinks. I went to visit the Campbell Bar at Grand Central, which I'm pretty sure was featured in Gossip Girl. And here I met up with some friends where we shared a charcuterie board and I had an apple cider cocktail. After drinks, I didn't record the commute home, but here I am with proper dinner. Here is homemade Korean oxtail soup with rice. I'm spending the rest of my night relaxing, and overall that is my day as a UX designer. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Do subscribe if you did, and until next time, take care.